And I say thank you.
We all worked on that, Charles.
Good morning. Let's call the order the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners meeting for August 7th, 2017. I will ask Commissioner Jimmy Keefe to give us the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
We could rise, please.
Jimmy, hold on.
Okay, got it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bless each of us that are blessed to do the Lord's work today. Grant us wisdom, compassion, humbleness as we work toward solutions to the benefit of each of us. Bless to all the people who protect us and serve you. Grant peace to all in your name, we pray. Amen.
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 I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to recognize we do have the Sheriff Ennis Wright, and the Chief Deputy here today. So thank you all for being here. For the commissioners, let me, and I'll pass this down, went to the United Way celebration, and they recognized Cumberland County government again, and it says, in sincere appreciation and thanks for your 5 years of support of NC 211 in Cumberland County, and we will get granted that award, and I picked it up for the board. So I think that's tremendous on our part.
I think we deserve applause.
You got another one?
No.
And if I could ask Keith Todd to come to the podium for our presentation. Keith didn't he come? So, is he on somewhere?
Where is Keith?
He's on vacation this week.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We have his managers here.
His managers are here?
Supervisors.
Well, bring the managers and the supervisors on up. I guess I took him to Ohio and he didn't come back. Y'all come right around here. And again, this is for Cumberland County and for our departments. I tell you, we do some outstanding work, and we want to thank you all for what you all do. And so, for the second consecutive year, Cumberland County is a winner in the Digital County Survey and has been recognized as one of the most technological, innovative counties in the nation by the Center for Digital Government and National Associations of Counties. This is not a state award. This is a national award that Commissioners Fairclough and Evans and I picked up in Ohio. Cumberland County ranked 6th in the category of counties with a population of 250,000 to 499,999. Keith Todd and I were on hand to accept the award in Columbus, Ohio. The survey identifies the best technology practices among U.S. counties, including initiatives, okay, this is the good part, that save tax dollars throughout newfound efficiencies, boost transparency, cyber security, and engagement, or innovate through unique and exciting projects. Cumberland County earned the ranking because of its focus on mobile accessibility and its strategic technology rollout. Specific innovations include the layering in artificial intelligence, we all need that a little bit, to supplement the county's cyber security stance and the business intelligence unit. Thank you all so very much for what you all do for the county.
There's others, members of the department.
I'm sorry.
Thank you all.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
You all do.
Congratulations.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. And Madam Manager, because I talked about Keith Todd, if you would introduce those individuals so that everybody will know.
Sure, absolutely. We have Miss Kim Honan. What's your mom's last name? David Wilkes and Mr. Shaman Larson.
Thank you so very much. Again, thank you for all you do for this county. We'll look to go even higher next year. 2 years in a row, I think we're looking for a third. I call on Assistant County Manager, Ms. Collinardi, for the child support enforcement.
Thank you. Each year, the performance efforts of child support enforcement departments across the state are measured against 5 different service areas. And with us today is our Child Support Enforcement Director, Mr. Austin Keating, and our supervisors in child support, who I'll let him introduce those as well. But in addition, we have Ms. Sally McDonald, who is our child support regional representative, and I'd like to turn it over to her. As program representative, she provides assistance to not only Cumberland County, but the other counties in her region to serve as a reference point for policies, procedures, and ensure quality standards. So I'll turn it over to Ms. McDonald to help us recognize our Child Support Enforcement Department for what they've accomplished this year.
Thank you. Austin Keating, Elaine Coleman, Deller Peterkin, Anthony Brickhouse, George Shepard. Please come and be recognized.
Y'all get up there with Ms. McDonald. Don't be shy.
As a representative of North Carolina Child Support Service, I recognize and commend you, the management team of Cumberland County Child Support Department, for leading the department in meeting all of its incentive goals for 2017. Under your leadership, the department collected over $40 million this past state fiscal year. The state appreciates your efforts on behalf of the families that you serve. You will be honored for your achievement with a plaque at the annual Child Support Council of Attorneys Conference at the end of this month. Congratulations on meeting all of your incentive goals.
And Mr. Chair, I failed to also say that August is Child Support Awareness Month as well, and there's a proclamation on your consent agenda.
Y'all come around this way.
Did we get a picture? Yeah. Get a picture. Yeah.
Back up right here.
Oh, sounds good.
Congratulations. Thank you.
And before you all leave, just 1 second, before you all leave. Yeah, just, because I think it's, and I thank you for that presentation, but I think it's incumbent upon us to understand that's $40 million that this child support office did. That's tremendous. That's what we do for the citizens of this community. That's what these departments do, and it's a testament to the staff, to the county manager. But, you know, we talked about the incentives, and they met all their incentives. We're in a region, and there are 12 counties in the region. And I think there's only 2 other counties, I think, who met all their incentives.
There are 2 other counties in my region,
Right.
yes, that met all of the goals. In incentives and other goals too.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so that lets you know how outstanding this award really is. It's not something that's easily attainable, and I want to congratulate this department for doing that, for reaching that goal. It's everybody working together for the citizens of this community and for everybody in this region. We thank you, Ms. McDonald, for taking the time to come down. And when y'all get your plaques, come back and let us see them. So thank you so much. I know y'all got work to do. Go get us some more money so you can be speaker. Thank you. I'll now call on Commissioner Fairclough for presentation of the Government Finance Officers Award.
Can I have Vicki Evans, please? She's coming to the front. A little bit about this award. For the 27th consecutive year, Cumberland County's Finance Department has received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting from the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada. So see, this is 2 countries that are doing this. And Cumberland County received this award for 26 years in a row. So the pressure is on. I don't know what would happen if we didn't get this. But that does not minimize the fact that it is an outstanding achievement, and it's a lot of travail. And look up travail if you want to. The county was recognized for its fiscal year 2016 comprehensive annual financial report, which we call CAFR, C-A-F-R. This award is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting. This award names Finance Director Vicki Evans as the finance officer responsible for preparing the award-winning report. You know, and us bean counters, we don't get a lot of recognition. We're always in the trenches doing the stuff, and you know, as long as the train stays on the track, nobody knows the difference. But you let that thing jump off the track one time, and all of a sudden the finance crowd will get a lot of attention. But when you don't hear much from finance, you know things are going well. So just once in a while they get recognized, but this is an outstanding achievement, and not everybody gets this. It takes a lot of work, and I never attempted to help a client do this because they were small. They didn't have as many people as we've got on staff here, so we're fortunate to be able to do this. But this particular report was judged by an impartial panel to meet the high standards of the program, including demonstrating a constructive spirit of full disclosure, to clearly communicate the county's financial story and motivate potential users and user groups to read the report. At this time, we congratulate the Finance Department for this award. And Vicki, is there anything you want to say about it?
That I'm not the person who truly deserves the recognition. It's actually the staff, especially the senior staff in the finance department who put in many hours and have lots of knowledge, and tremendous effort goes into this. So really, they deserve the award. Kelly Autry, Yvonne Mendez, Bob Tucker, and Todd Hathaway.
Y'all here, come up here and stand by. Two hands and 2 certificates. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. This one, first thing I'm gonna do is present the certificate of achievement for excellence in financial reporting. This is presented to the county of Cumberland. So y'all come up here and we're gonna take a picture, and this one's gonna go on the wall. Okay, so we can stand right here by me. Let's just get around. Okay. All right, we'll figure this thing out. Okay, all right. Bottom too top. Is that what it is? Do you see the award?
Yes.
Okay. You see the award, Kevin? Good. Okay, so okay, now this award is presented directly to Vicki Evans. So this has actually got her name on it. So we're going to do this award as well. This is Vicki personally, individually for just honcho and everything. So congratulations to all of us.
Thank you. Save money. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's right, y'all keep us straight.
Take her back and leave.
Okay.
Thank you all. Again, congratulations. Again, department's doing outstanding, outstanding work. And if I can. If I can get Jeffrey Brown to come up and the manager, Ms. Cannon, if you come up, I think this award is truly fitting for all of us to be up here. And I think this is just, thank you. Let's see, Mr. Billy Carlisle, can you come up front here with me for a moment? Come stand right here. How you doing this morning? That's all right. I was outside too. And I'm gonna tell you, this really gives me great pleasure to present this award. This morning, we are pleased to present the Cumberland County Exceptional Employee Award to Billy Carlisle in the Landscape and Grounds Division of the Engineering and Infrastructure Department. And while we're doing that, we're honoring Billy for his outstanding performance on Wednesday, August the 2nd, in protecting the residents of Robin Mello Apartments from a fire and preventing extensive damage to the transitional housing units owned by the county. Probably should have had you up here too, Ms. Brenda. But anyway, Billy was spraying turf at Robbins Mello at 519 Candleberry Court when he noticed smoke coming from the back of the apartment building. He investigated and saw flames burning the siding near a porch around the rear of an apartment. Billy yelled for someone to call 911 and rushed to each apartment unit to alert residents of the fire. After all the building's residents were evacuated, he grabbed a 5-gallon bucket, filled it with water, and began dousing the flames. The fire was caused by burning rubbish in a plastic bag and was extinguished by Billy by the time several firefighters arrived. No one was injured by the fire, which caused an estimated $2,000 in damage to the buildings. If it was not for Billy Carlisle's efforts, the fire could have been worse, said D. Taylor, interim director for the Cumberland County Community Development. She said, I'm very thankful he was there to save the day, and again, to save the lives of citizens of Cumberland County. Billy, thank you so very much for being able to do that. The county manager's here if she wants to say a word or two.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think this just exemplifies the dedication and the extra effort and the compassion that our employees have for serving the citizens of Cumberland County. Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to recognize Mr. Jesse Barton. He is the Director of Landscaping.
Come right over. That's why I had you to help me out. And Billy, this is the Cumberland County, North Carolina Exceptional Employee Award presented to Billy Carlisle in recognition of your outstanding performance on August 2nd, 2017 in protecting the residents of Robbins Mello, presented this 7th day of August, 2017 by the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners. And that also gets a big old trophy that you can. Now this is passed around from employee to employee as you get this award. And this is the Cumberland County Award and serving Cumberland County citizens with pride. Oh, thank you. let's sit this right here.
He got his hands
Get ready to
full.
finish and then you.
Thank you so much.
Special thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. That was it. I'm gonna give you- How much is that for?
Now we had him to give
Oh, there you go.
I'll contribute. Bill.
Grab your trophy there.
That's what the staff can do.
They can do that. And Mr. Carlisle also received 4 hours off for that. Thank you so much. That was the most emotion I've seen out of this. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Manager. Thank you, Ms. Sally Shutt, for bringing that to our attention. I'll call on the county manager for any changes to the agenda.
Yes, sir. I do have some requested changes, Mr. Chairman. Under the Finance Committee report and recommendation, I would like to add approval of Budget Ordinance Amendment B 180746. At the Finance Committee meeting, there was a presentation by Ms. Cardinale regarding the upcoming financing for some CIP items. As you may recall, we asked at the committee meeting to add 2 items to the financing, and that was the drop-down scoreboard and the replacement of the ice floor. And that totals $2.7 million, and so we would ask that that budget revision be added to the Finance Committee report and recommendation to move forward.
And that's on which item?
That would be item
2L.
L3.
Okay.
2L3, I'm sorry.
Move for approval of the agenda with the exception with
Well,
the,
one moment, Mr.
I do-
Fairclough, if you could give her one more minute.
I do
There's
have one
other
more item. I would ask to remove item 7A, which is the Board of Health vacancy nomination. In light of a review of consolidation, I would recommend that that item be removed temporarily.
Okay. Now, Mr. Fairclough, unless anyone has any questions.
7A? Okay, remove. Okay. Mr. Chairman, I move for approval with the additions and deletions as mentioned by the manager.
Second.
Been moved in second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Unanimous.
We'll go to the consent agenda. Commissioners, are there any items on the consent agenda? If not, I would accept the motion. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there it is right there. Yes.
I have a question on item 2G. And otherwise, if there are no other changes to consent, I move that we approve consent.
You want to pull 2G?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Second.
Any other commissioners? If not, it's been moved and properly second that we approve the consent agenda, except for 2G. All those in favor?
Unanimous.
We will go to 2G.
And this is more for my own questioning. This deals with a sheriff's vehicle, and Lisa, I don't know if it would be you or someone else, but it has to do with a insurance of a wrecked sheriff's vehicle. And it looks like there's a lot of upfit that has to go to a patrol car. And I don't know if that's covered in the insurance when that happens, but could you talk a little bit about the insurance of it and whether there should be additional insurance or where does the funding come from to actually upfit these law enforcement vehicles?
You come to the microphone, please.
And specifically, Lisa, I'm talking about the cages, the lights, you know, all the other things that go, because I'm sure they're quite expensive.
I'm not 100% positive if the contents are covered in the liability for the insurance. Never do we get enough money to actually even replace the vehicle when it is totaled, and we just have to make accommodations within our budget as best we can. It usually takes sometimes 2 insurance settlements before we can replace a vehicle. And it's usually about $10,000 additional to put the bar lights, the computers, the radios, and all of that on the car that's necessary to put it back on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand the dilemma that you're in. It's $14,000, and I know that that's probably just a paltry sum of what it takes to bring a sheriff's office
Correct. It's
vehicle up.
about $43,000 to bring an SUV online. The vehicle itself is in the $30,000 to $35,000 range, and then between 10 and 15 for all the accessories that go on. Depending on where the vehicle will be deployed is depending on the actual equipment that's required to go inside it.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Chair, I move to approve item 2G.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded as to approval of item 2G. All of those in favor?
Unanimous.
Thank you. That'll take us to the items of business. I'd call on the county manager, consideration of approval of a resolution authorizing the filing of the application.
Yes, sir, and I would ask our finance director, Mrs. Evans, to come forward, please, and present this item.
Good morning again.
Good morning.
The last time you received an update regarding the CIP financing was on Thursday when Ms. Cardinale provided that update. This morning, in order to proceed with the $11,220,000 installment financing of capital improvement plan, a resolution authorizing the installment purchase application as well as making certain findings is required. The resolution authorizes the filing of an application with the local government commission for this financing. The purpose of the resolution is to make certain findings of fact, which include the installment purchase is preferable to issuing bonds, the amount proposed is not excessive for the stated purpose, the county's debt management procedures and policies are in good and in strict compliance with the law, a tax increase is not necessary, and the county is not in default on any existing debt. Additionally, a notice of the public hearing on the proposed installment financing contract was provided for your review. So I'm asking for 2 separate actions. The first is to approve the resolution authorizing the filing of an application to the LGC as well as the findings required by General Statute 159-151 and call for a public hearing on the installment finance contract for August 21, 2017.
Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I would accept the motion on those. I think she's 2 separate motions.
Yeah, I'll do that. I think she said, Vicki, to approve the application.